Recently, I was asked, how do I do YouTube, live streams, podcast, have a full-time job, and have time to sleep? So let's talk about it. First of all, those rise and grind influencers on the internet are idiots. If you're expecting a montage of me grinding coffee at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be very disappointed. I get up at 7 a.m. every single day of the week, and I go to bed around 10 to 10:30 every single day. Now, in regards to working, I only work on projects Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. I don't work on weekends. I don't do a whole grind mentality every single day. I don't finish work at 10 p.m. and go to bed and get back up and work again. 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday only. The reason I can stay so productive and get to sleep a normal schedule and have a life outside of all of this is all in the planning. Before I was in content creation, I guess I never really planned anything. I just came to work, did my job, went home, boom, done. But since being in content creation, there's a lot of planning that goes in, like getting guests on the podcast or deciding what I'm going to do for YouTube videos, helping you guys out in the comments, Twitter DMs, Discord, everything like that. I have to kind of plan out. So what I do is make sure that I'm planned at least 3 weeks ahead of what the day is today. So regardless if that's my 9 to 5 or some sort of content, whether it's live streams, YouTube, or the podcast, I've got at least 3 weeks worth of planned events. Now, I don't use anything like timers to say, I can only work on this for 20 minutes. I just plan out my day by being like, I need to work on these 10 things, and I just check them off a list and I move on. This has allowed me to stay super productive during the day. I take as many breaks as I need. I get up, I go talk to my wife, we hang out, I go and talk to other people on the internet, I watch a few YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff that normal people do. But because I know exactly what I've got to get done, I make sure I check them off the list. And if I don't make it to the end by 6 p.m., I'm not going to continue working. I just shut my laptop down and move on to my normal day-to-day stuff. One key element to keeping everything together is choosing exactly what I want to do. I won't make content if I'm not invested in it. I won't build projects on live streams unless I enjoy it. And I certainly won't have a podcast guest on just because they're popular or they really, really want to be on the show and I don't really enjoy what they do. This allows me to be very subjective and it makes life a lot easier. Talking about being very picky, I also have eliminated a lot of things from my life. I'm not talking about eliminating them because they're no longer there. I just eliminated the idea of having choices or options that can weigh me down. So for example, food is a great example of this. In the comments, tell me how long it took you to decide what to have for dinner last night. I guarantee it was somewhere between 10 and maybe even 40 minutes, depending if you're ordering out or if you've already got something in the fridge. So with that, we have eliminated a lot of that stuff. So for lunch, I meal prep on a Sunday and I have the exact same thing for breakfast and lunch every single day of the week so that I don't have to think about that. I just open the fridge, there it is, pull it out, put it in the microwave or however I have to heat it, boom. I'm eating it, it's great, it tastes good, and I can move on with my day. And the same with dinner. We don't meal prep dinner, we have a meal kit. There isn't the standard meal kit where you have to cook stuff, because every time we got one of those, we'd end up throwing a bunch of it away. What we get is something called Tavella, and what they do is they ship a bunch of stuff to my house, and it takes somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes to prep. And we know exactly what we're going to eat for 5 out of the 7 days of the week, leaving just 2 days, and you've guessed it, it's the weekend where I get to make decisions about what I want to eat. This allows me to free my mental capacity for other things. So there you have it. That's how I stay productive every single day of the week, allow me to do all the content you see on this channel, live streams, podcasts, run a Discord, and everything else that I do with a full-time job.